In 1720, a man watches a stock go straight up. So he buys it near the very top and rides it into the ground. Loses a fortune, millions in today's money. Rookie move. The kind your cousin makes every crypto cycle. Except this wasn't your cousin. This was Isaac Newton, the man who weighed the planets and ran England's money. The smartest human alive, wiped out by one feeling that has never appeared in a single equation. Let's watch it happen. That famous quote, "I can calculate the motion of the heavens, but not the madness of people." He almost certainly never said it, but he lived it at full volume. Let's meet our genius. Newton invented calculus, split light into a rainbow, and, day job, personally ran the entire nation's money as master of the mint. So burn this in. The man about to be flattened by a bubble was the country's CFO. That's the whole point. London, 1720, drowning in war debt. The South Sea Company offers to swallow that debt whole and pay for it by selling shares, on the promise of trade with the Spanish Americas that barely existed. It wasn't selling ships, it was selling a story. No product, great pitch, huge valuation. Basically 1720 Series A. And Melbourne ran this exact machine with land, 150 years later. The commodity changes, the machine never does. Early 1720, Newton buys in, the price climbs, and he does the smartest thing anyone did all year. He sells. Doubles his money, walks away clean, perfect trade. If it ended here, he'd be a textbook hero. It did not end here. The price kept climbing, and London went feral. Duchesses, poets, servants, everyone piled in. And the scammers came out. Copycat companies overnight. One sold a wheel that spins forever. One would pull silver from lead. One raised money to import donkeys from Spain. England had donkeys, not the point. The point was the number going up. The legend of them all. A company for an undertaking of great advantage, but nobody to know what it is. The founder took deposits all morning and was on a boat by dinner. And Newton, who got out perfectly, had to stand at his window and watch every idiot in London get rich. This is the part of the movie where you scream at the screen. He can't hear you. Nobody could. Too busy buying donkeys. So the man who invented calculus recalculated. And here's what makes no mathematical sense at all. Mid-1720, near the very top, he went back in. Bigger. The math hadn't changed. The company was exactly as fake as the day he sold. Only the feeling changed. That ancient agony of watching other people get rich without you. We call it FOMO. Newton just called it unbearable and picked up the pen. That autumn, the machine ran out of its only fuel, new believers. Because that's the whole trick. The price rises only while someone new will pay more than you. When the last buyer runs out, everyone sprints for the same tiny door. Spoiler, they do not all fit. Newton's loss, by some accounts, around 20,000 pounds, millions today. A genius's life savings into the same fire as every servant and duchess. They say he couldn't stand to hear the word South Sea ever again, which, fair. Here's what makes this immortal, and it isn't the money. Newton didn't lose because he was dumb. He lost because being smart was never the test. The bubble didn't beat his math, it beat his patience. Which is why you've seen this movie remade in your own lifetime every few years. .coms, crypto, meme stocks, same machine, fresh paint. And every time, someone says the four most expensive words in finance. This time, it's different. The smartest man alive had exactly one winning trade, the exit. His tragedy is he came back. If he couldn't sit still while his neighbors got rich, be honest about your own odds. So, real question, real answers below. Not buy, not sell, I don't do those. Just, what would actually make you come back in? I'm Casey, this is Casey Currents. And if you want to watch this exact machine run with an entire city, the Melbourne one's right here. Next week, a flower, a virus, and the dumbest smart bubble in history.